Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the deciding map. It all comes down to this. We're going into Inferno. One of these teams will be making it through to the $300,000 LAN finals. In Kiev, the other, well, they won't. That's it. That's how it goes. So it is going to be Fragsters versus Imperial heading into Inferno. And, wow, this really is just coming down to 50-50. I've seen a few people sort of coming in with statistics saying, oh, well, we've seen Imperial win. I think it was 57%, and Fragsters have only won 39. I don't think it matters anymore. I think it's going to come down to who turns up on the server, who has the right reads on their CT side, and, well, who's going to be popping those heads. I think it really is going to be a close affair. The first map, a fairly dominating performance from Fragsters. The second could have come back their way after the lead was taken by Imperial. The odds at least still stick into the European/Lithuanian team's favor. But the fact is, as said, really doesn't matter anymore. It's all going to be on to the players in the server. I am interested to think who the chat thinks is going to win. Obviously, my co-caster, I've got to ask them who is going to be taking the victory in this final map. Will it be Imperial? I've seen a few people say Danish is not European. I know, it's just a little bit more specific, you know? Oh, more. Straight in with the Fragsters. The Fragsters guys are definitely quicker to say who they think they're going to win, and it seems like we got a fair few Fragsters fans in the chat, so I don't know. Thank you, Matchmaker. I'm glad too. I'm glad I'm here for this one. Someone says Fragsters will lose, but puts a sad face. It definitely looks like Fragsters have got more of the fans. We are just, well, we've got some nice little graphics coming up just to show how everybody got here. If you look at Imperial's way through this qualifier, it's pretty impressive, taking down Space Soldiers and Optic to get themselves into the final. AGO knocked out. I feel like that AGO victory, although a strong one for Fragsters, you do start to look at that as they literally had a player about to leave. Jesus, that music is loud. But it does make it, it's intense. It's intense. Because they will warm up to go into this one. Who do you think, caster? Honestly, and just because I have no caster to throw me under the bus other than you guys, I don't know. I genuinely don't know at this point. I'm leaning towards Imperial, but Fragsters bringing Mirage so close, which was the choice of Imperial on their best map. I don't know. I think it's going to be a close match, whichever way it goes. You want the music louder? Well, unfortunately, I can't do that, but we are just going to have a four-man stack over towards this A side, CT side, with an attempted read as to where their opponents are going to be going. They've left Bubsky alone. My name is Tom. Smoke going to be thrown out. We'll be able to deny them a little bit of time and may actually edge them towards this A side. It is sort of amazing how one smoke a lot of the time can be enough for them to just go, you know what? Let's not waste our time. Let's just go to A instead. However, T-side, they're going to be playing patiently. A second man in Dragonflyer will be rotated over towards this B site, ready and waiting. Here comes the smoke. Bubsky going to try and block it to give himself a little bit of a gap. Sprays through and nothing is found. In fact, the only thing found is actually the face of Dragonfly as he falls. No real smoke to go down to actually stop any peek back in from Bubsky, but he doesn't do any damage anyway. But there's Down. He will. 2 quick kills in towards this site. He gives his team a chance. There was a kit dropped as well, which is in the hands of Torben, who's just fallen. And while Bubsky was the first man and the last man, it will be Imperial taking themselves the pistol. However, from what we've seen so far, they haven't been great at converting these second rounds. Ustillo is a monster, yeah. From what I've heard, Fragsters have 4 Duprees. That's impressive. It shouldn't be allowed, really. I don't know how he's doing it, playing on all of those computers. But in-game leader for Imperial. I've been told it's Nexa. Already, though. There is Down, finding one with the scout. Nuclear is going to be out of this round already. Hello, TZ. Or TZ. I still don't know. Is it Z or Z? Z is better because it's the English way. What is Ustillo? How? That's blasphemy. T-side looking to take some banana control. And it's not really being challenged by Fragsters at all. They're sitting back, relaxing, playing a little bit more passive. We've now got 3 players over towards the site. You can see Pound looking to try and probe his way through. Pound will find Stown. Oh, that rhymes. Maybe it doesn't if you pronounce the name properly. I'm pretty good, thanks. Here we go, though. Torben. The only one left on towards the side. Now, obviously, the T side don't know this. They are actually going to go back in towards B. 30 seconds left on the clock. 2 men in the back lines. Not a full investment here from Fragsters, of course. They're looking to try and save a bit of utility, but if they can steal this round away, that would be magnificent. 20 seconds up and coming on the clock as the push now begins. Hadji will be leading the charge, and no armor here should be a problem, and well is. Do they expect the second player in the corner? Yes, they do, as Pound clears them out, and Hadji chimes in as well, leaving just Torben with the scout. Picked up off the dead body of his teammates down. And yeah, it's just going to have to be him holding on to that. Hopefully able to drop a deagle over in the next round. Never mind, Esperanto's just going to decapitate him before he can look to do any extra damage. Imperial will get themselves that second round on the board. And they have had, yeah, they managed to convert that second round. Did you have a good birthday? Yes. Why is the music now playing every round? Has someone turned this back on? I feel like I've just answered a really tricky question on a quiz show, and they're just playing this in a pause. I feel like I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire every time that music plays. Here we go, though. Straight push into B, and there is no one there. Perfect. That's as easy as it gets. There is absolutely nobody there. The CT side decided they would stack A. Is that a Russian flag? No, that's a Lithuanian flag. Ready, Bubsky. Oh, to do some damage here. CT side finding a couple of kills in a round where Imperial are going to be wanting to keep this clean. Actually, Bubsky, that's $600. That's not bad at all. That one kill makes sort of everything worth it in that round. They find 3 themselves, so a lot of damage being done. Here we go, though. We finally get a buy-in for the CT side. Dragonfly on that AWP. I think he could be the pinnacle factor here for the CT side. I think if he's off to a good start... Oh my god, that's so loud. It's the second Observer PC. That's what it is. The Observer PC has all the music on, so whenever we switch to it, we get some lovely music. So they're from Venezuela. Close. Ready, Torben. Tag within inches of his life. Esperanto likes to try and probe here, and actually, well, it doesn't get much easier than that. He doesn't quite get the second, though. And Bubsky's going to be able to escape. Now, there are a couple of low players for this CT side. UK will be able to catch one of the players, and one of the healthier ones at that. Nexa finds the entry onto the site as well, and this pretty much ends the round. It's going to be very difficult for the CTs to get back into this. Down may do a little bit of probing and hope. Is your name Bog Danish? That is absolutely superb name. That is ace. That is an ace name. Will be a 4th, though, already. Imperial off to a flying start over on their T side. Fragsters needing to come back into this one fairly soon. They are going to save themselves a couple of weapons here, but can't really expect much of an investment. And the T's will keep the remaining three alive. Your name is better. I can't actually read your name because it's written in white text. Butter with toast. Yeah, you know, wouldn't it be better if it was toast with butter, though? Or do you just have, like, a slab of butter and you just whack some toast on the top? Do you have, like, a butter sandwich? As said, though, just going to be some minor investments here. Love you too, BK. T-side, this should be a fairly easy one. But then again, there's still a couple of rifles. One of them is on to Stan, and he is looking to be the sort of hero. Yeah, that's the truth, actually. I'm not using night mode because this is not my computer, so I haven't changed it yet. I should do that, though. Thank you for pointing that out. T's much, much slower in this sort of scenario. Waiting to see if there's any level of aggression. And there are 3 players over towards the arch side, which is actually fairly uncommon. It's normally the short side that's stacked, because the fact is you can very easily gate these players. However, Pound, well, there we go. He actually gets over one. Next they're going to peek in, but he finds both. Almost lost as well. Now they're going to wrap in towards this site. Stout and Torben both here. They find themselves a couple of kills and the bomb's gone. They're out of there. Nuclear running all the way back down towards that A site. Bomb is going to be planted. Both teams with actually a low player. Smoke going to buy them a little bit of extra time. Now, Stown does have himself a kit, but is desperately low on HP. Only 7. Nuke already takes down his healthier teammate, and the youngster is left all alone. Now, Nexa may be low, but there's a hell of a lot left to do, and Nexa will close things out. 5-0 already for Imperial. CT side will have themselves a buy now. A little bit of damage done in the previous round, but Pound currently sat with $11,000 is not going to be in too much trouble. Do I know a little bit of Ukrainian? A very, very, very small amount. Maybe like 8 words. Not anything to be impressed by. Actually, wait, Ukraine. No, I know some Russian words. I don't think I... No, I know barely any Ukrainian words. Once again, we are going to have a buy this time for the CT side. AWP into the hands of Dragonfly once more. Supposedly the music now should be fixed as well, which is good. Well, this is aggressive. Refresh alongside Bubsky, looking to push all the way down Banana. And well, the T's are going to try and challenge it. Quick kill comes in, and Haji is there for trade. This is actually a big part of the sort of T side I've seen recently from Imperial, is that Esperanto is not always the one getting the kills. I know you're saying to me like, well, yeah, obviously, but when you look at Mirage, he was the man that was finding every single frag. He was doing so much damage. But the fact is, in this map, it's more... He'll go for the entry. Sometimes he'll get the kill, sometimes he won't. And then other times, Haji is the one actually cleaning up the majority of the frags, and it works wonderfully. I'm actually interested to see if he will just be added into this roster, because Haji has been playing ridiculously well. Either way, we now sit into a 4 versus 2. One man left on the site. Bubsky left alone. If stats were anything to go by, people were saying that this should go the way of Imperial. The odds favor them as well, but the way they've started is impressive. And while now, Bubsky left all alone. Managed to first, a second just not going to be able to find. And Torben will be rotating in, has a chance to catch Pound, but again, misses the spray slightly. And now Nexa is able to finish him off. It will be 6-0 already for Imperial, and the CT side can't really afford much of a buy. Sources are saying that Imperial... Oh, I didn't even think. Of course, Pounds are standing as well. I honestly, the way that they played, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they've gone through Space Soldiers. They went through Optic. That's impressive. That's impressive in itself. They've got to the grand final. They're winning 6-0 versus Fragsters. They've shown mental fortitude in situations where they're down. Like, there's not much more you can really hope for in a team. So, both players have played well. He's on trial. I suppose it's basically the same thing, though, really, isn't it? Just some pistols. Would it be a good move? Yeah, from what I've seen so far, I don't like. There's not any reason for them not to. Like, they're about to qualify if they win for a $300,000 LAN. Like, if you then go to those players, you know what? Even though this is one of the biggest things we've achieved, if not the biggest, I don't really think this is working. It would just be mental. So, yeah, why not? Refresh. Does manage to get the opener here. Oh, we've already seen Pistols manage to steal rounds away. I wish I was Haji. Guy's a beast. 29 seconds left on the clock. The T's are actually going to double their way back towards this A site. Quick entry already onto Corbett. Shots missed from Stown, and well, that's going to be enough for a bomb plant. They left it a little bit late, but the fact is, it is going to be the round going the way of Imperial. At least likely Esperanto will close down Dragonfly, the man with the rifle. $300,000 land. Yeah, I think Haji is looking really good in this team. I don't know why they wouldn't pick him up. The other thing as well is, like, you have to bear in mind from Imperial's point of view, at the moment they're playing very well, but also just the players that they have in general in terms of, like, age and talent are massive. Like, oh, hello. I don't think they meant to show that. Like, the fact is, in terms of, like, the French scene, Haji is a big pickup. And for the future, he may be someone that they want to, like, people would want to purchase. So, even just from a business standpoint, this is not bad at all from the Imperial side. So, yeah, I think it's a smart choice. Dragonfly, he was someone I mentioned, is either going to sink or swim. Well, Dragonflies can't swim that I know of. But, yeah, at the moment, 007. He has joined the British Secret Service. And, well, not a whole lot of talent has come out of Britain. T-side looking for a much faster play after the pause is called. Pound. Oh, you know he wants to go through that smoke. You could see the temptation in his movements. And they are going to go for it. They're just setting up a flash. And, well, again, there's only these two players on towards short. It's down. Tagged low. Torben will be there to find the opener. And they've already rotated the majority of their players here. Dragonfly looking to get onto the board. And that's exactly what he does. First kill for him. And, well, could this be the first round they win? It's looking like it is. Nexa, though, has other ideas. 2 quick kills back. He's got the support of Nuclear as well, who will be able to fall back. There's still a man on the site they haven't thought of. Stown's still there. Dragonfly will find the kill anyway. Nexa, he needs to get himself the ace. Three versus one. So much left to do, and I think he's just hoping that somebody makes a mistake, maybe flanking, but chances are he's going to have to make his move soon. Now, they've got the money for this. He can definitely fight this round. Even removing one gun from the hands of the CT side will make a reset so much more likely. So I'm not going to be surprised to see him push back into this site. The problem is the clock's now low, and he's got plenty of players to clear. Too many angles to check. It will be 7-1, as the chat said for the last minute. Hey, Neon. But now is that reset chance. Even with the extra weapon save, the CT side's cash is low. They need to build into this now. Hey, the Turkish dude. Yeah, it is a top quality meme. Finds himself one. This is what I talked about, though. Normally, Haji's there for the trade, but he's a little bit further behind this time. He is going to look for the continuous push. Actually switches away. Nade should do a little bit of damage, but he's going to be forced off. Looking to try and escape. Will do just that. Still plenty of time left on the clock. You go into the major. I will be attending it. Just to watch, of course. Thank you, matchmaker. Push will be coming in on towards that short position. The defense of it previously worked a bit better, but they seem to have the read. And, well, you can already see Dragonfly. He's running as fast as his little legs or wings can carry him. Already. Shot from Dragonfly. It seems like he has woken up a little bit, but it is only going to be a trade. Torben left in the corner, but has support. And again, this site seems to be the problem. They just aren't really clearing it properly. Nexa left alone once again, and he will be shut down much better from Fragsters. Oh, that seems like a painful way to die. Not quite the design I reckon the guys on Inferno were hoping for. Seven to 2. Already the T-side economy starting to take a bit of a hit. How's you going to go with the Mac 10, which, well, depends how quickly he pushes up Banana. It may not actually be that much of a detriment. He's going to go running all the way through. No surprises there. He's gone all the way, but doesn't find a thing. UK even meets the doom of that AWP from Dragonfly, who has sprung into life. Mentioned it at the beginning of this map. If Fragsters are going to win this one, Dragonfly has to kick things off with that AWP. And while every single round he's had a kill in, they've won. We'll see if that continues. Yeah, the score is 7 to 2. You are correct. Either way. He's going to look to push in towards the site. Refresh is the man ready and waiting, and even dumps the first down. Looks for a free fire spray. Flicks onto the second guy. Esperanto a little bit unlucky there, and Pound will be able to at least trade. Sat on the site, retrieves the bomb, and just looks to fall back a little bit here. It's down. The smoke fading. Spots out his opponent, and with 25 seconds left, we can already see the rotation of Torben. Just in case, Pound going to try and take this fight. The rhyming names facing off against each other. Nice shot onto the first. Has to try and get himself that bomb down. He's just going to stick it flashbang in, though. They're being very safe over on the other side. But, hey, 1v3, you're killing a bomb plant. That's not the worst thing in the world. The Fragsters have their third. T-side, thanks to the bomb plant, actually do have enough to go for a bit of an investment here. Esperanto with a deagle. Now, we could even see an AWP if Pound wanted to drop it, but I wonder how much they're actually going to invest into this one. I would like to see him just purchase up an AK. Nothing more. Just AK. Actually, they're going to go all in here. I'm not overly surprised that the money's still kept relatively low for the side of Fragsters. And they get 4 rifles. It's not too bad. Esperanto will be left onto a dig, but we've already seen in the previous map that that's not always a detriment for him. He is a bit of a beast. I think a bit's actually a bit of an understatement in itself. CT side this time have taken some heavy aggression over towards Banana. You see Refresh all the way down the bottom and has some support from Bubsky. I wonder if they'll play off a rotation here and send someone back over towards the A site. The T's instead. Well, at least for now, making their presence known over towards A. Maybe waiting just for the extra smokes to fade. Refresh actually does still have one, but I don't think he's going to get to use it before they check this angle. At least you'd hope they check this angle. In fact, they are going to slightly walk without checking it, and he gets 3 kills. A crazy spray down, ruining the Imperial side. A spot they definitely should be checking. That is a big, big mistake from the T's. And well, now, only 2 players remaining. Pound and UK, they will take down Bubsky. He's the unlucky duckling that gets shot through the smoke. But the fact is, with 20 seconds left on the clock and the bomb stuck in the corner, they're still worried that there's someone there. They're genuinely, now they're like, oh, you know what, 3 people have died. We should probably check this angle. Ludicrous start. Smoke going to attempt it, and Stown just says, no, you're not getting in towards this site. Nuke knows that there's no time left, and there's going to be a 4th now. 7-0 to 7-4. Slowly bringing things back here. Now with the 2 weapons saved, you saw look at Imperial and go, are you going to buy again? Refresh. He's definitely woken up. A nice spray down. It's very easy in those sort of situations to just panic. Get yourself 1 and then it doesn't really seem worth it. But to find all 3, we are going to have a full investment once again from Imperial. Find the opener, but he tagged low, and this will actually be the B site, somewhat under their control. Peek out, will be coming in. Stown attempting to at least slow their push on towards the site, and Nexa will manage to get over the Molotov and further forward. Stown looking like he may just try and win this all alone. He's going to go sneaking through the smoke, finds a gap in the edge of it. UK is just running in thinking, well, there's no way there can be anybody peeking him. My teammates have the science. Stown still able to do damage. I don't know how he's getting away with this. Even throws down an extra smoke just to buy himself a little bit more time. Now his teammates start to arise, but look at how far Pound has got. Should be able to execute one, but how is Stown still alive? 14 HP. Another kill for him. There's only 1 man left. He's found 3 just around the edge of this smoke. Pound is left all alone. I don't know how the youngsters got away with this much, but the fact is now it's all left on to Pound to try and do it. He is the man on trial. And he lines them up, but he can't find them both. Torben will close it. A 5th round. It's still close, but it's still around for Fragsters. The Danes doing work. 1 in particular in this round. The fact is, though, this sort of bomb plant style has somewhat worked in terms of economy for Imperial. Okay, they've lost 5 rounds in a row, so I wouldn't say that worked is quite the right word, but they do have enough to buy again. They're keeping the pressure on, that's for sure, and a break in this CT side streak will be enough to destroy their economy. Oh, Dragonfly going to be thrown across. Won't get anything. Once again, it's going to be this challenge for Banana. Speed will take a little bit of damage from the flames. In fact, so will Pound. Obviously, more important that they're just slowing down these aggressive pushes. CT side. Starting to throw in a little bit more aggression across the map. Look at this push all the way in from Stown. He really is feeling confident at the moment. 3 kills in the last round, already finding a first. And those sort of kills, or those deaths, at least for the T's, are going to be so infuriating. Because it's an audacious push at that. He's still going. They've already got the man advantage. This kid has absolutely no fear. He's going to get himself a second. When you're nuclear at that point, you're like, did I really just get killed from there? Really? T-side now make their way in towards this B-side. They don't have much of a choice. They've lost complete middle control, but Hadji will find the open. However, again, refresh lines them up. It's not quite 3. But he should have done enough here, and Esperanto on just 7. May try and make his way through the smoke. Wants to give himself a chance. He finds the headshot onto Dragonfly. Anybody else, and you might worry, but that was Flames. Leave him on 1, and Torben catches the man forced out. It is going to be 6-7, a 7-0 start. We're now sat 7-6. Fact is, Fragsters were looking out of this. But they are right back in. Down and refresh definitely having a good performance. Pound on the other side doing work, and Hadji deadly silent. It was something I mentioned on Banana. It's him and Esperanto who look to take control of it. Now if SB dies and he's not finding any trades, it's normally where we see the success of this B site take fail. This time T side actually baited out quite a bit of utility very early on. Incendiary's thrown, and they're not even planning on going in this direction. They're heading further over towards that A site. Now, they're still sort of playing off of this like reset. Like, they could have just saved, try and brought some pistols into this round and gone with the rifles in the next. But they've kept the economy so low, they're still sort of like, well, we can reset them here and get 2. The problem is, that's been the case for 6 rounds. Dragonfly, well, he's going to be all that's left. He has to try and defend this alone. Nade out could do a hell of a lot of damage, but not quite as much as expected. Trying to throw every piece of utility he has to defend things here. It's not quite hitting the AWP shot, almost caught out. Hadji is going to be ready and waiting. If he tries to peek this again, the CT's on their rotation now. Hadji does manage to wake up and join the board once more, but it's Stown coming in from behind who removes the man on Banana. And actually, all 3 players now for the T side are sat over towards the coffins. That's definitely not ideal. More utility being expended ends the life of Pound. Esperanto spraying through, can only get himself 1, and Hadji is left to try and clutch this out. The fact is they're just straight up defusing the bomb. He has to go through it, and he finds both kills, but the round again goes to Fragsters. It has been the way this has worked. There's been barely any players surviving for the CT side, but every single time the round has gone to Fragsters. 7-0 to 7-7. A strong return. Well, the CT's buys actually pretty bad, considering they've won 7 rounds in a row. They have 2 UMPs in there. Definitely not ideal. Esperanto still looking to try and find these openers for his team. He will be pushing in towards the sandbag spot. Molotov going to be used to hold him back at least a little bit, and Refresh will be able to get out of there. Not a man you really want going down. For the first time in a while, we almost see his aggression punished, but not quite. Ooh, even through the wall, taking a little bit of a dink. Must be a little bit frightened at this point. Hadji will finally gain banana control, but after a minute, it's more so that the CT side have relinquished their control than much of a fight going in for it. T's, well, at least for now, looking set up over towards this A side. They got 45 seconds. They could realistically still turn around. 3 players will be here. You can see Bubsky looking to try and take a bit more of a fight over towards that arch spot, but it is going to be a straight up here. And actually, the CT side, I think a smoke may have been thrown out by Hadji, because the fact is they've still left 2 players solely dedicated in towards this site. It will mean it's a 5v3 here. Well, that quickly diminishes as Bubski's down. Torben, they all chime in. It's left on to just Esperanto with 15 seconds left. He was the man supposed to be holding off rotations, and he will try and do just that. But he's only got 10 seconds. The fact is there's absolutely no way he wins this round. It will be going the way of Fragsters. They have turned a 7-0 deficit into winning the half. That is impressive. Either way. That's a scoreboard you just don't see very often. An 8-7 with flawless rounds. The fact is, though, 7 rounds on the T side, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but now going into the CT side, we need to see them step back up, because it's very easy to just get demoralized from that point when you lose that many rounds in a row. It's pure frustration, because Imperial are going to be sat there thinking, wow, we definitely should have won that half. You don't want Quick to go to Imperial. I doubt that would be happening. He does have a couple of friends in this team, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't see that happening. Either way, we'll be getting this underway fairly soon. Dragonfly actually has had a fairly quiet game, I will say, but Stown and Refresh performing well. And while going on to the T side, yeah, no, I doubt that too. I do not see Quick joining this team. I don't think it'd necessarily be a bad thing, but I think they've got a lot of talent on this roster already. And like from how these players have played together, I don't really know why they'd make a change. At least yet. Like, even if they lose this series, this would be the only time they've even lost map. Like a single map in a series. Granted, if they then lose 2 and lose, makes a difference, but my friend says she will be my girlfriend if Tom reads this message. There you go. Enjoy. I like you too, Jinzog. Or Yinzog. I don't know. Oh no, there's too many people writing the same message. Oh, well, I read it out. You don't know who I was reading it to. Zaiwu to Imperial with Hadji. That would be cool. But then, would Zaiwu AWP? And if so, well, you have Nuclear as well. Tom hates you confirmed. No, I don't. Or did you just, are you saying because you expect them to now copy all of those messages again? Zaiwu or Croman? I'd say Croman has a lot more experience, but just off pure individual skill, I'd probably go with Zaiwu, but it's sort of difficult to tell. We've not really seen much of Zaiwu at the very top level. Yeah, you still is a monster or a lobster. It depends who you want. Here we go, though. A little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather. We are into our second half. Pistol round obviously going to be crucial. I'd say more so for the CT side. They want to kick things off with a decent amount of economy. Croman to Imperial would be cool. There we go, though. Only one man here to defend it. Mr. Hadji, the stand-in. He's been left with a pretty daunting task, but even through the edge of the smoke, manages to find one, and that could actually be enough for them in this round. It gives them a 5v4 in the retake. Don't have much utility, but they do have a smoke and a kit. Going to do a little bit of damage through. Hadji still being a bit of a smoke criminal, and while manages to fade away. More dinks being had as the CT side looks strong here, but the fact is the first kill after the initial engagement goes the way of the T's. Refresh still trying to survive here, but now it's left all onto Bubski. This should be impossible, especially if they peek him like that. And it will be Imperial getting that pistol round. However, the economy building, the breather they would have had is gone. There's going to be AKs coming fairly soon. Okay, they'll have a chance at a freebie here. Why don't pros kill the chickens? Maybe they're vegetarian. Maybe they just don't want to. Like, what's wrong with chickens? You can just have them follow you around. New bomb sounds. I don't think they sound nice, but at least they are clear. I suppose that's the best way to put it. We will have a single flashbang. That is it. Vegetarians can still kill chickens. I suppose technically you are correct, but you know, it would be a bit weird. I guess not all people are vegetarians because they care about the livelihood of the meat. I suppose once it's meat, it's not really livelihood. But either way, moving on. That single flashbang has been used. They're going to overwhelm UK, and that's already a kill. Now, this is more about damage in this round. Quite a few SMGs from Imperial, considering that they know that there's likely to be a buy into the next. Esperanto. Oh, it's farming season. 4 kills. Lots of money made. 2,400, in fact. Plenty of dollar. Here we go. T's now have themselves the AK. UK will be handed an AWP courtesy. All that extra money. You're vegan, but you're having a 1-year cheat. Well, that seems odd. UK already going to be finding that opening pick, though. Bubsky will be down and out. Of course, there's a chance now for Imperial to build, but when you look the amount of money and weaponry, or at least the weaponry, you do feel like the T's should have this one in the bag. Of course, this is the deciding map for who makes it through to the $300,000 land. Esperanto will manage to find one with that trusty MP9. Still going strong, and Nexa tries to hide in the corner, but he can't escape the wrath of Torben. Nice shot as well. He'll take down Esperanto, but Pound still in the corner has been excellent so far, looking to try and defend this on his own. Dragonfly will spot him, and he's been deadly quiet. A couple of AWP kills kicked off their start in their comeback in the first half, but other than that, he hasn't achieved much. Torben, though, in this round has done more than most have done this map. He's going for more. A 4th kill from him, leaving UK all alone in a 1 versus 2. Torben looking to do things all on his own. The bomb will be crossed over. He's even planting the bomb. He's playing every single role possible. And through the smoke, Dragonfly's going to get ruined, but Torben gets the ace. What a round from him. Fragsters even things up thanks solely to Torben Iorden. 9-9. CT side, well, of course they're going to be buying into this one. Imperial, they want to break the Fragsters economy. The fact is, though, the T's want to do exactly the same to them. Dragonfly, he's got his AWP in hand. No more excuses. His teammate gave them a round that they probably shouldn't have got. Already, though, the execution begins. Some utility expended. 3 players here for the CT side, and Hadji hasn't been spotted above. Not going to be cleared, at least initially, but Refresh will re-peak. UK manages to find one, and Bubsky only on 1 HP. Not going to see the push through from Esperanto, but he's caught out, and, well, it's left all onto UK, and yeah, straight away, it's just, nope, I want to hold on to my AK-47. Maybe do some damage in the exits, as he will rotate over towards the spawn area. Now, being spotted at the bottom of Banana, or maybe being spotted, the T's may not want to exit through this position, but, well, the second he's seen on this side of the map, they are going to go hunting. Torben clearly feeling confident, but will meet his doom this round at least. Well, the CT's not going to have any money into the next round. UK will at least hold on to that AK-47. AK-47, giving them a chance at some hope. Bubsky is the survival artist with just a single HP. Do you think we're seeing any surprise roster changes? I hope so. I always like a good roster move. But I don't know who would be making them. I suppose if you could steal a player from one of the teams in the EU minor, maybe that could be worth it. From the city side, they tried to play behind that AK-47. It would have been kind of nice to see maybe a bit more of a like push in one of the pistol players first, so that then right for bait. Bait is not always a bad thing when everybody else doesn't have anything. Nexa got a little bit toasty in that corner, and well, we'll need a little bit of a timeout from the Heat. Should be back in the next round. We'll find the final double. And I think it's important, those couple of frags. For anybody else, not so much, but he has had a pretty quiet game. So padding those stats a little bit. It is funny because I imagine there are players that, like, clicking that little tab button can be pretty demoralizing. But just padding the stats a little bit can make things just a little bit easier for them. Either way, 11-9. Fragsters now sat in the lead. Saw a 7-round streak initially from Imperial, but since then, Fragsters have run the show. We'll hear jumping around, and Esperanto there to defend off any further pushes. This round looking pretty damn good from Imperial. Dragonfly and, well, the man of the moment, Torben, will be the last two left. I'm just going to go barreling in towards this B site. 3 players already close at hand. Now, bomb plant here for the T side. Will actually help them out a little bit. They've got enough money that they can juggle some weapons around anyway. I don't think Torben actually spotted his opponent there. There's so many players over towards the spawn, and they don't realize at all. Finally, the people come in. Tags the first, but needs to start hitting these shots, otherwise the round is going to fall away from them. Manages to get one, though, turning it back, but it is left all on the Dragonfly, and he's not going to connect anything more. It will be Imperial to get themselves a 10th. It looks like this is going to be a pretty damn good map, and while it is a fact of Counter-Strike, anybody who disagrees is wrong. The 3rd map of Inferno in any series, nearly always a good one. It's the best map to end any series on, really. And that's the fact. It is ending here. One of these teams will be making it through to $300,000 finals. The other, well, staying at home, chilling. Get a bit of extra time off. Probably not quite what they desire. But we've got both teams with a buyback in. Fragsters have been able to purchase back up. Okay, going for the aggressive peek over on that CT side, but won't find anything just yet. Oh, that's an interesting view. It's a nice little corner on the other side of the map, just to give us a bit of tranquility, some peace and quiet for a second or two. I'm sure that was the intention. T-side looking to make their way through the apps. Pound will be zeroed in with Esperanto just below. Dragonfly hoping to spot someone up above, but isn't going to see anything just yet. And Nexa has to be careful rotating in. Nade is very well timed, and Stown is already on to just 12 HP. He's going to try and push through. I don't really know he even got that far with the amount of HP he had. T-side still looking to push back in, but things aren't going too well for them. They're taking an awful lot of damage and gaining very little ground. However, there's Torben once again. 2 important kills which give them access to the site. They should know that Esperanto is in this corner by now. Boobski even finds another, but it is still going to be SB. Looking to try and maybe deny something here, but a little bit too slow. Refresh will be left in the corner. He's been spotted as well. Esperanto trying to tap away, and he can't connect the shots. It's Torben once more. 3 kills again. And Hadji has no choice. He's got to save it here. A painful reset for Imperial. Torben has been beyond impressive in this second half. An ace and a triple kill, which, again, this was a round that was looking bleak. I know you look at it now and see 4 players, but the fact is... Oh. Looking to survive in the corner. They will. There we go, though. CT side. Looks like they're going to purchase into this one. Not quite with the finances to do much more. They're going to play behind this rifle of Hadji. Obviously, those stats are the players currently on the T side that you're seeing, so don't be fooled. Dragonfly looking to try and find the opener. That started a bit better on this T side. Hadji going to go aggressive, and is actually going to manage to find an opener here. T's will at least gain the control of Banana, which they desired, although the method of which they did it is probably not quite the same. Losing a player, not ideal. They're actually going to look to boost up Dragonfly, although finding an angle here is not going to be easy as both players currently sat passive. And there's Hadji, and Hadji's gone. The rifle will be dropped onto the side, but it looks like the T's throwing a lot of utility here, trying to execute while they're a man down. Nexa will try his best to push back in, but the fact is, this round should be done and dusted. Nuke, the only one anywhere near the action, and utility just being thrown all over the place. Flames holding him out. He's going to manage to spray a bit and almost catches out Refresh. Of course, without his vision, doesn't know where any of the remaining players actually sit. Okay, trying to find it out. It's actually Esperanto, and those are 2 quick kills. The problem is they don't have a kit, so they have to move very, very quickly indeed and get someone onto the bomb. And Dragonfly just lurking behind, but he's going to go down as well. It looks like the CTs may actually have this. It's going to be pretty damn close, and is the bomb going to be going off? Can we switch to the bomb? Yeah, okay, no, it's not. Like, I thought I was watching UK run around, but either way, they managed the retake there. I have no idea why you were watching him run around, but hey. It made it all the more intense, because I had absolutely no idea. Will be a buy back in for both sides. Still the chance for the reset. An important round 1. Lots of damage being done by utility. No, Hadji is not top fragging. Those are the stats from the T side, so... I think it's something to do with the new UI and something that we need to fix. So any stats you see are actually from the left-hand side, just being put on the right-hand side. Dragonfly, almost set up to find the opener onto Pound. Won't quite manage to connect it. Smoke going to leave Bubski without it. T's looking to make their way back over towards Banana. Now we see the Danes execute. It's going to be a flash through from Hadji. Hoping to try and help out, but he may not be needed, as it seems the Nexa and Esperanto have this dead to rights. A much stronger hold from Imperial as they even things up 12 and 12. This really is going the distance, as now the T's are the ones suffering economically. I would expect them to take the hit here. Maybe just a pistol or 2. We are going to see a tactical pause called by Torben. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe with all of the damage he's been doing, he's also in-game leading, which makes it all the more impressive. 18 and 15 at the top of the board at the moment. Down top fragger for the team, and Esperanto, surprise, surprise, 24 and 18, top in the server. I will say though, like, it's not like a ridiculously quiet player. I will say that Dragonfly, like a lot of the frags, he's had a few eco frag rounds, and he definitely hasn't had the impact I was hoping for. Okay, here we go. Back in, as said, T-side just going to take the hit in this round. That by round really was crucial for Imperial. Here we go, though. T-side looking like they're just going to try and explode in on towards this B site. A little bit of utility invested into, which is something I like to see. However, Nexa and Haji are going to be here, and Nexa has done the heavy lifting. 3 kills to his name already, a 4th more than likely, as he pads his stats a little bit, and nothing is achieved by Fragsters. And important for the CT side to actually build up some economy themselves. Wherefore you want to play him. I'm a bit busy at the moment, I'll be honest with you. I may not be an integral part of this broadcast, but I'd hope I'm adding something. 13 to 12. You are correct, Pound does not have 11 kills. UK already kicks things off. The double AWP in. This time it's Haji manning the second. He had one in the previous round as well. Esperanto normally. Torben once again will find the opener, but the AWP on the other side of the map still doing work. Once again, though, back into a 3 versus 3, and they're still looking to push on towards this A site. Down on the site, Nuke up above. Well, this is looking a bit bleak, but Stan's still alive and kicking. And, well, Nuke slightly overfacing, leaves it on to Haji. Hasn't had the best game so far, but both players tanked a little bit. He's going to switch over to the AK-47. Molotov not going to quite cause the effect he was hoping for. A further smoke going down. He's going to look for a gap on the other side of it. Isn't going to get anything just yet. The T's in a much stronger position here. It's down just waiting on the other side. Into that graveyard. Haji manages to find the first, but he doesn't know where the second man is, and this is smart from Stown. He's just going to stay hiding. You can have all you want, Haji. Can he hit the shot? No, he can't, and while this should be enough for Stown to get it here, he knows. Oh, that's a nice shot. Doesn't matter. I think the bomb's going off anyway. Very close, but it won't matter. Stown played with his food long enough that Haji doesn't have time for the defusal. However, once again, a critical round in this map. Both teams investing pretty much everything they have. And while for the T side, things have already become painful. Aggressive background, looking to try and do things while most other players wouldn't dream of. Very aggressive pushes down, and while it has worked nicely for the CT side, they have a man advantage. At least some weaponry can be picked up. T's now left with pretty much the same amount of rifles that they begun with. They have, however, lost Torben, who's been superb at finding these kills. Coming out from Pound. Refresh wins the battle. Takes a lot of damage in return, but UK missing the shot. Gives it back to a 2v2. Now Nexa been great on the CT side, however not this time. And Haji, well, you get yourself a second chance. This time, though, it's much, much tougher. both players healthy. An AWP onto Stown. Granted, they don't have any utility to hold this off, but Hadji left with a single flash. Again, he needs to try and find this kill nice and fast. Head of Bubsky spotted, but Stown has spotted him out. This should be an easy kill for the youngster with the AWP. Somehow he's actually missing a few shots and giving Hadji some closer presence. He's found himself that first kill. Once again, though, the clock starts to play for Stown. Hadji so close, he can't quite finish him off. Stown just burning that clock down once again. He'll get the kill. I don't think he's got time. It's going to be very close indeed. Is it going to go off again at the same point? It is. It is again, Hadji. That is so unlucky. He gets both kills and both times there's sub 1 second on the clock when it explodes. Oh, that has got to be the most tilting thing on the planet. Just a split second sooner finding that kill. Tactical pause called by Fragsters both times. That was way too close. Match winner now just about in the favor of Fragsters. You have got to feel bad for Hadji there. Because that's the thing. He hits that shot just, what, a second earlier. It is a second earlier. That's how long was left on the bomb both times. CTs, well, they do not want to let this hit map point. They know that they can win this if they just break the economy of their opponents. Well, both teams still with some limitations to economy. Fact is, though, Fragsters are now in the driver's seat. Both teams' economy left on the brink, but they're in a slightly better position, although I say that, and Nuclear finds the first kill. Very quickly traded back by Stown, who has been pretty pivotal. He's an excellent dancer, is what we've learned from the last few rounds. So many talents at just 16 years of age, but dodging bullets is definitely one of them, at least until the clock has ticked far enough. Still 4v4 as they look to go rounding on towards this A site once again. Are we going to have Hadji in another retake scenario? It looks like we may do. Torben already gets the opener onto Esperanto. Down there with the pistol, tapping away. Needs one more bullet and we'll get it. But again, traded out. Nexa and Hadji. Exact same scenario as what we saw in the previous map. Well, it's even worse. It is getting even worse every time for Hadji. This time, well, he definitely shouldn't get himself the kills. Tagged even lower. Still looks like he's going to try this one, but eventually makes the right decision and falls out of the sight. Fragsters are 1 round away for confirming their spot in the StarSeries $300,000 finals in Kiev. And the fact is, it will only be a force from Imperial that will stand in their way. Will Hadji even survive? That's the real factor. He's been killed by the bomb in the last couple of rounds. This is all they'll have. This may be the end of Imperial. Up until this match, they had not lost a single map in this qualifier. Not one. They came very close versus Space Soldiers. They've already lost one, of course. Train was a dominant performance from Fragsters. A 16-14 was enough to take them over the line in the last map. The fact is, though, well, if they are going to win this, they have to win it in overtime. Pause has been uncalled. No pauses available. Fragsters have been using them, and to good use at that. But wow, it's going to be MP9s. One Deagle for Esperanto. He has had heroic plays in the past. And for some reason, we're now looking at the Russian casters for a second. Little bit anticlimactic there. They are beautiful men, of course, but not quite what we wanted to see in the final round. Potential final round. Potential final round. Moving on. Moving on. Before I end up just giggling. T-side. To take control of Banana. Maybe the producers thought that this was already over, so why not cut to the casters a little bit sooner than normal? We'll see if Imperial can prove them wrong. Some utility being expended off the map, but of course, Fragsters is still in a somewhat a default. It's actually getting fairly low on the clock. 35 seconds left for the T's to make their decision. There's only going to be 2 players over towards the A site, but they're throwing in their utility. They're faking it out, and they're going to go back towards the B site. Esperanto, a nice shot to remove the head of down. The battle of the youngsters, and SP will win it this time, but the fact is it won't matter if the round goes the other way. Pushing towards the B site. Actually finds one. Nexa doing damage with the MP9, but is still traded back, but the T's, at least for now, with a man disadvantage and a lot left to do. It's Refresh and Bubsky. Bomb will be planted. Flank coming in as well from Banana, but Bubsky wins that duel. Another for Refresh. Is left all onto Nuclear, and Refresh will end it. It is going to be Fragsters heading off. They win that playoff spot. And they have earned their place in the StarSeries $300,000 Grand Finals live from Kiev. That will be in October. Of course, they join the ranks of NRG, and then we will find out from the Asian qualifier and our invite teams, of course. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Of course it is. It's the final. Make sure, well, to obviously follow the channel. If you have enjoyed the casting, you can check me out on Twitter by typing !caster. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. But either way, that is it for tonight. I hope to see you again soon.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.